So the first thing I'm going to show you is the onboarding bot, the onboarding assistant that I built for you for working out your projects. Now, what a project is, it's anything that you've got to do that involves 2 or more tasks to complete it. It could be anything. It could be a school assignment. It could be cleaning the back room. It could be sorting out your junk drawer. It could be building a veggie patch. It could be building your online business, writing a book, whatever it is, anything. So don't be scared off by the word project. It's just the simplest word that I could think of to use for it. So you're going to need an invite, because I'm not charging anyone in the community to use this. So ask me for an invite. I send it to your email, then you get access. It's onboarding.neurorhythm.com. Okay. So the first thing is it's talk to text. So you have your microphone plugged in, and you click on a new project. So we all know with ADHD, when you get in front of a form that you need to fill out, your bio or whatever it is you need to fill out, we get that blank screen, the fog. You can't type it out to save your life, but you can talk about it till the cows come home. And so that's why I've done this talk to text and talking with the onboarding assistant. So click on the microphone, and it's like, my name is JD and the project is NeuroRythm. I started speaking too soon, so you got to give it a minute to let it. Yeah, I'll send that, and you can edit the text before you send it. Yeah, talk to text isn't always the best, especially with the Australian accent. So tell me about NeuroRhythm in your own words. What's the big idea? Already started, so just answer these questions. So, yep, I've already built NeuroRhythm. It's an ADHD optimization system, and it's scheduled for private beta release this coming Sunday. I will, yeah, that's all I need to talk about in this stage. Right, so here I can upload a white paper or a messy doc, right? And I've actually got something already. It's the project overview, NeuroRhythm complete project overview. And as I've mentioned, it's scheduled for private beta this Sunday. The 26th of April. Okay, I've uploaded the complete project overview for you to look at, and as I said, the private beta is scheduled for release this coming Sunday, the 26th of April. Okay, so my list is a bit different to what you've pulled out from the document. Um, at the moment, I'm just running the system as a user and fixing any last minute squirrel reports. That's what I call bugs, because bugs are annoying. And developing the onboarding and explanation videos for users so they know how to use the system. That's the next two priorities. And then, yeah, um, I've got feedback collection system up and running. The private beta group get the NeuroRythm core for free. So that's where I'm at. Definitely the bug squashing. I call them squirrels. Um, Making sure that I can use the system consecutively for 2 3 days without any um, unknown bugs or squirrels popping up. The user onboarding videos I'm developing as I do that. That's the next priority. And then, yeah, the feedback collection management and the private beta group management just flow on naturally from that. Yeah, the user onboarding videos that I'm doing as I use the system. That's the second priority. It was my fault for not labeling it as the second priority. The third and fourth is the collection management, the feedback collection from the private beta group, and just the management of the private beta group, which they flow on naturally from the first two. Yeah, I don't think we need to chunk down on any of those at the moment. It's pretty straightforward, and I'm using this example as a developing the onboarding video for the NeuroRhythm onboarding assistant. So yeah, we just print up the project text file from that. So the onboarding assistant will try to help you chunk down, which is like break down these tasks into smaller tasks that you can manage. So it'll help you if you've got the big picture of your project. It'll help you break it down into small, manageable steps. What the step is next that you need to do, and then this is why does this finishing this project matter to you personally? Um, because all the productivity apps that I've used over the years failed the neurodivergent mind, and so I built this one to work with the ADHD brain, not against it. No shame spirals, no guilt tripping, no triggers, and it helps us to work with our brains instead of against them. That's the whole idea behind the concept. Oh, I didn't even press record. Fucking hell. So throughout life, I've used productivity apps that have failed me because they're built by neurotypicals for neurotypicals. Um, so I decided to build one for the ADHD brain, and it became a pretty big project, as you can see, and it is about working with our brains instead of against them, and taking the cognitive load off the ADHD mind, so we can do what we do best, which is create, which is brainstorm, which is you know hyper focus, not worrying about what project was I on, where was I at, what was I doing. NeuroRythm handles all that for us. Okay, and so this is the output, Project NeuroRythm. So you can just copy that and save it. And just save it as a text file. Oops, using Notepad. You can call it whatever you want. Um, all right, so I've got onboarding folder, NeuroRhythm onboarding. That's what we'll call it. All right, and that's it for the onboarding assistant. Um, you'll use that text file when you set up NeuroRhythm for the first time through the setup wizards, and you can come back to the onboarding bot for all your other projects. You can actually, you just upload the file. You don't have to worry about typing it out. You just upload the file to NeuroRhythm, and it just populates your project cards, just as like that. So that's it.